What's up guys? Today we're going to talk about female porn habits. Yes, there is a classic misconception that men have that women are less sexual and less horny than men. Now, I'll say one thing, men are a lot more open about their sexuality and their use of porn and how often they masturbate, etc. However, you gotta understand, women are just as horny as you are. And today I'm going to tell you all about female porn habits so you can just have a little bit more evidence to the fact that they love sex and sexuality and are just as weird, I promise you weird, when it comes to their porn viewing habits as you. Let's get into it. But first, my name's Ben. I'm one of the head coaches here at Social Freedom. As you know, we help guys all around the world completely transform their dating lives and become the most attractive, confident, and charismatic versions of themselves. So don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification button, guys. Helps us greatly. Anyways, let's get into the video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different to what we usually do. I'm just going to share some really fun statistics with you. What I have here is Pornhub's year in review for 2021. Now you got to understand that women, when it comes to surveys and finding out a little bit more about female sexuality when it comes to surveys, women have been seen to be a little less honest when it comes to self-reporting their own porn use and their own masturbation habits. However, thankfully, statistics don't lie, and that's what we have here today. Pornhub, the hub, has got our back. So guys, you got to remember that women aren't as expressive about their use of porn and how often they masturbate, etc. Because again, culturally, there has been a background of shame around female sexuality. Even in the West, it's still there to a tiny bit, but it's much less than what it used to be. But especially if you look at Eastern Europe and a lot of the rest of the world, there is a lot of shame and judgment around female sexuality. So this is why they're not as expressive about masturbation, porn use, and things like this. And this is why some guys do get the view that women aren't as sexual, as horny, as open-minded, or don't love sex as much as men. And that is completely incorrect. In my experience, I can say pretty confidently, women enjoy it more than men. They just have a few more barriers when it comes to actually becoming intimate. But when they do, they enjoy it more. And they are just as horny as you. So anyways, let's get into some fun statistics, shall we? Thank you, Pornhub, for sharing these lovely statistics with us. Now, let's start with the countries in the world that have the highest percentage of female versus male porn viewers, okay? So, as you can see, I'll throw up the statistics here so you can see them right there. All right, now, the Philippines, surprisingly, 52% of women, 52% of porn viewers are women compared to 49% of men. So that's the one country where more women view porn than men actually do, which is crazy. All right, and you got to remember, on average, and I'll throw up the statistics, on average, about 30% to 40% of women watch porn regularly. Okay, 30% of all views on Pornhub are women. That's almost a third of all people watching porn right now are women. So don't you sit there and think that women are less horny than you, because that is not the case. Colombia, next, is 49% to 51%. Now that makes sense, because if you have been to South America before, you'll understand that women definitely are a little more sexually liberated than the rest of the world. They're a little more sensual, a little more in touch with their sexuality. And when you are hooking up with a woman from South America or anywhere from Mexico further down south, on average, they tend to be a lot more present in the experience, a lot more in touch with their body. It's quite beautiful, really, compared to in the West, where girls are a little more in their head and trying a little harder to impress and a little harder to make it a good experience for you. Whereas in South America, they tend to just be a little more expressive and just in the moment and just enjoying it. So it's quite nice and it kind of makes sense. So there's Colombia. The next is Argentina. So that's 47% to 53%. So 47% of views on Pornhub are women compared to 53%. And then you got Mexico. And then, funny enough, Ukraine after that, 42% compared to 58%. And then, as you can see, you've got like Brazil, Chile, United States, Canada, Poland, United Kingdom, Russia, Australia, Japan, Italy, France, Netherlands, Sweden, Germany. And you would think from anecdotal experience, I would think at least, that Sweden would be higher up than they are because Swedish girls tend to be very liberated when it comes to sex, but they're even further down than Australians, funny enough. And Ukrainians tend to be a little more conservative when it comes to sex. So potentially there could be a cultural shift happening there too. Potentially. I'm just fucking spitballing, but they're interesting stats. Thank you again, Pornhub. Let's get on to the next slide, shall we? Let's talk about women's favorite categories. So you can see here is women's favorites and men's favorites right here. It's interesting, Japanese is the highest for men. Very interesting. Hey, each their own. Must be a lot of Japanese people watching, or maybe just people really like that genre. Hentai is pretty high up there too, actually. Guys, goddamn. Transgender is in the top 10 too. All right, guys, getting progressive here. Good on you. All right, let's go into women's now. Okay, so number 1 is lesbian. Look at that. And then popular with women after that. So lesbian makes sense. If you talk to any girl about their porn viewing habits, a lot of girls watch lesbian porn. It used to blow my mind because you think, but this girl is straight. Why is she watching lesbian porn? But that's not the case. Straight women love lesbian porn because sex for women is not all about penetration. A lot of girls are feeling lacking when it comes to foreplay and being pleasured and the build up to sex. And when it comes to lesbian porn, it tends to have a bit more build up and the whole thing is foreplay. And that really turns women on. If you look at this, okay, and ask any girl that you're dating, she's watched lesbian porn. They all have. They all watch it. Well, most girls who watch porn, as you can see, statistically. The next one's popular with women. That makes sense. Japanese again. All right. Threesome. Ebony. Amateur. Anal. Mature. Interesting. Hentai. Very interesting. MILF. Big dick. And number 10, gangbang. Gangbang. That's not in the top 10 for men. That's in the top 10 for women. Gangbang and threesome. So you can see this is a common fantasy that women have. Guys think that girls are these innocent little creatures. Guys, your girl probably wants to get tagged up at a house party. I'm just saying. I didn't say it. Pornhub said it. Fucking fight me. All right, let's go on to more. Next is viewed more often than men. So what was more popular in comparison to men? Women searching it more than men are. So number 1, pussy licking. Again, that makes sense. Most girls feel like they're lacking in the foreplay area. Girls like a build-up. That is where their sexuality differs from men. A classic euphemism we use is men's sexuality is like a light switch. Flick on, flick off. You're turned on, you see her, you're turned on, ready to go. For women, it's a light dial. It slowly turns up. So that's why girls really appreciate foreplay. If you're not giving your girl any foreplay, probably do something about that, okay? Jesus. Next one, more popular with women, is solo male by 222%. So women are 222% more likely to search solo male than men are. That's even competing with gay men as well. So that's wild. Women like watching dudes jack off. You get it, girl. All right. Another one, fingering. Again, do you see a pattern here? Lots of foreplay, fingering. The next one, that's 183% more likely to search it than men. Then, again, popular with women, lesbian, scissoring. Muscular men, interesting. Romantic, bisexual male, very interesting. Double penetration. So women are 89% more likely to search double penetration than a man is. That comment I said about getting tagged up at a house party before is even more evidence behind it. Just saying, guys, don't kill the messenger. All right, then we got, after that, threesome and then gangbang. So the bottom 3 there, I mean, they're still in the top 10, but those last 3 are all based on group sex and girls getting essentially used. So this is, to me, that was the most surprising, to be completely honest, because you think about guys, and guys are so, we're kind of fucked up with our porn viewing habits. Like, guys, it escalates. It starts with, like, you know, a girl naked, and then it goes to, like, people having sex, then it escalates all the way up to, like, you know, midget gangbangs and stuff. But girls are watching gangbangs more than guys are. Blew my mind a little bit, to be completely honest. Even I learned something today. So yeah, your girl's a dirtbag. I'm sorry. She loves it. All right, onto some more stats. This is a really interesting photo here that I found. This is also on the same article on the Pornhub year in review. And this is the top searches per category in every different US state. Now, I don't know the names of all the states, but I know a couple of them. And as you can see, I find it interesting. Obviously, the states that have a higher number of Latinos in it, the girls are watching Latinos more often. And the states where there's more African-American girls, Ebony is the highest searched one. But some of the interesting ones, let's go into, okay, so here in the corner, up in Vermont, gangbang. Your girl's from Vermont, you know what she likes, fucking bit of gangbang action. You got, I think that's Rhode Island there, cuckold. Good on ya, get it. Okay, what else? Feet. And my favorite of all of them, and I actually have no idea what state that is, but pissing is the most searched. You think you have messed up porn habits. Like when you've watched a messed up video and you bust a nut and just you have the clarity afterwards, you're like, oh, what did I just pleasure myself to? Girls are going through the same thing, bro. She just watched some chick getting pissed on. She's going, man, like I've spent too much time on this app. Fuck. Okay, I found that really funny. Hopefully you did too. Okay, let's move on to some more stats. Just as a final inspirational bit of detail as well. Back in 2017, DP and rough sex were the most popular among women compared to men. And back in 2018, gangbang and DP were the most popular in women compared to men. As you can see, women are just as sexually liberated as you. They love sex. They have weird fetishes just like you, and they are incredibly horny. So the next time you're on that date and you're looking at your girl and you're thinking, man, I'm gonna be respectful and not try to invite her home. Just know, because you never tried, number one, you'll never know. And number two, when she gets home, instead of having a passionate and amazing sexual experience with you, she's gonna be masturbating to gangbang porn. And good luck competing with 10 black guys. Either way, thanks for watching the video, guys. See you in the next one. Appreciate you.